Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, man. Another morning, another Monday morning, another beautiful, another marvelous Monday morning. Good morning, Shaky. How you doing, sister? Good morning, Cassandra Demerson. I wish you happy birthday a few weeks ago. Just another happy birthday. I get to wish it to you right now. I haven't seen you in a while. Oh. Good morning, Chioka. Let's go, Dion. What's good, brother? What's good, bro? Let's go. Blessed. Hey, Jeff, what's going on? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Absolutely, you're welcome wholeheartedly. Bit longer and we'll see. We're going to release this song April 20th, 4/20/2022. This song will be on all streaming platforms for you to go get, enjoy, share, love. It's going to be put out there. Good morning, Shantae. Hey, beautiful. Good morning, Miss Westmoreland. Good morning. Shay Wilson, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, what's up, Quincy? So, good morning, Katie. Man, I was trying to tag you on my post this morning. It wouldn't let me find your name, brother. Good morning, Miss Marty. Good morning, good morning. Let's go, man. Another marvelous Monday morning. Welcome to the morning cup of coffee. Welcome for another fresh brewed cup. Another freshly brewed cup of the morning cup of coffee for you people on this marvelous Monday morning. As we get going, I want to know if you got the book, would you give me a thumbs up in the chat? You can let it rip, but if you got the book, if you received the book, if you started reading the book, could I get a thumbs up from you in the chat? If you haven't, give me a thumbs down. And we'll make sure that you do get it. Let's go. Good morning, Jessica Hernandez. Good morning. Thank you for joining the morning cup of coffee. Holy Week. Say that again. Caden, you got it. Okay, have you started it? Caden's got the book. OG Jesus, the original OG. He's got the book. Shay Wilson says she hasn't got it yet. Shay, DM me your email address, and I will get that to you immediately. Tioka says she's gotten the book. Good morning, Mrs. Crane. Welcome to another freshly brewed cup. Yes, ma'am. Got you covered. Got you covered. Denisha hasn't got hers. Denisha also. DM me your email again. Although I may already have it, I'm just using the new DM as a reminder of what needs to take place, so that I'll know. No book. Shaky, do the same thing. Cassandra, DM me your dang, Dion Quincy, what's up, baby? What's up, man? Okay, so all of you with the thumbs down, please send me your DM again. DM me your email address. I'll make sure that we get this done. I'll check with the team. Yeah, I'll check with the team like, man, what's good? Got these people who want the book, but told them we was going to give it to them. Now it's our turn. I'll get on top of that immediately. Thank you, Shay. You can DM me those. You can DM, good morning, Tim. You can DM me those emails right now. Thank you, Shay. I just received your email. I'll send that to you ASAP. Let's go. On this marvelous Monday morning, I just want to thank God for waking me up, man. For blessing me to see another day. For giving me friends and family who truly love and care for me. For blessing me with talents to give back to the world. To invest in what he's, to be an investment to mankind. Although I may not be perfect, but I still thank God for what he has blessed me to be able to do, and for how he's continued to just be on my side. Again, Ms. Westmoreland said it's Holy Week, and we're slowly but surely. Thank you for Shaky. I got you. Put it in the DM for me, sweetheart, please. Send it to me on Messenger, if you would, as a reminder. We're coming up on the Friday we're coming up on the Sunday. Okay, I got you, Shantae. Thank you for the email. Thank you. We'll get that book out to you shortly. We're coming up on slowly approaching the day that Christ walked that road to Golgotha and gave his life for us. As I had this situation with people that I call my friends this weekend. Okay, thank you, Jeff, for the email. We'll get you the book shortly. I couldn't help but to think about Judas. I couldn't help but to think about Judas. I wonder, did Judas believe that Christ was the Christ? He saw the miracles. He was there. He was a part of it. And even as Christ began to slowly but surely reveal himself in the world over a span of 3 years, and a miracle after miracle, spoken word after spoken word, changing one life after the other, even after seeing all of this, did Judas believe? Did he believe? Loki, the group, what's up? I wonder if he believed. I wonder if because I'm blown away how he still was able to sacrifice our Lord for a small piece of change. We have to be careful the friends that we keep around us, because sometimes, even though they see the things that we're capable of, they may not fully believe it. They may not fully believe it. You know, there may be a good morning, Teresa. There may be a surface of wanting you to succeed, but a tad bit of jealousy may come in, or there may be something about you that they don't like, and now they don't want to be around you as much, or sharing the same things that you guys used to share in. You have to be careful of that. Cassandra, I got your email. You will receive the book. Thank you so much. You know, we have to be careful, man, because sometimes it's the people who act like they're rooting for us. It's the people that we're breaking bread with. It's the people who are walking the roads with us, navigating this journey of life, that will ultimately sell us out for 30 pieces of silver. Even though they say that they believe. You know, we have to be careful of that. I'm going to be honest with you. That's why. Okay, and then we got to have the mind of Christ, because ultimately Jesus knew what Judas was going to do. He called him out at the supper. Well, who's the one? The one who dips the bread with me is the one. I know what you're going to do. So that's why you have to pray for discernment. And this is what I found myself doing, right? I found myself, y'all heard, I won't share this with y'all. So, a friend of mine, he's acting kind of funny. And I find myself duplicating his actions because it pissed me off. Can we be real this morning? As soon as I see any hint of an attitude or whatever, I immediately pick one up too, man. Me too, what's good? Me too, what's up? You know? Which ultimately is not the witness that I'm supposed to have. I'm supposed to continue to be loving, caring, and kind. And so I apologize this morning for that. I asked God to forgive me. I asked him to forgive me, and I asked you guys to forgive me, because you know what? I'm not supposed to duplicate that. Yeah, let's be real this morning. You want to come on? You want to talk? I'm not supposed to duplicate that. I'm not. I'm supposed to be the other side. I'm supposed to be like, you know what? Maybe I'm supposed to get a benefit of the doubt. Maybe there's something that's going on. Maybe I've wronged him in some way. Maybe I need to go ask him if I have. And then I'm supposed to do something different. But I end up being sort of a reflection of what I was seeing. And no matter what we see, I'm going to keep it personal. What's up, Mr. Albright? No matter what I see, Miss Westmoreland, I shouldn't duplicate that. I shouldn't duplicate that. I should move a little bit different. I should. And so again, I ask God to forgive me. I ask him to forgive me. And I ask y'all to forgive me, because when I go down like that, I kind of feel like I let y'all down because honestly, I should be like a different type of witness. I'll use the word witness. Yeah, I reciprocated his energy, and you shouldn't do that though. That's exactly what I did. I reciprocated. What if Christ would have reciprocated Judas's energy? We wouldn't be here today. We wouldn't be getting ready to celebrate Easter. Like, you know what? I'm not going to die for you, man. I'll holler at you, man. You know? We wouldn't be celebrating what we celebrating. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Because if you're man enough to reciprocate that energy, you should be man enough to ask for forgiveness. Period. There's no shame in forgiveness, Denisha. Ain't no shame in forgiveness, Andrew. Period. There's going to be some people that's going to wrong you in this life, or it's going to be some people that you're going to wrong in this life. And you have to be able to ask for forgiveness and get up and just keep on moving. Period. To be completely honest. To be completely honest. And with that being said, I think that we have to learn how to move like that. And it's the most positive way to move. It's the most positive way to move. And you got to be big enough to ask for forgiveness whenever you fall in that area, no matter what area you fall in. You know, no matter what area you fall in, you have to be big enough to ask for forgiveness in that area. And that's just what that is. And again, I need to reach out to him. I don't know if I can reach out to this one. I don't know. I can ask God to forgive me, and I can ask you guys to forgive me just because I shared the situation with you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, love and tolerance for others, and I lacked that tolerance because it was just like, dang, man, again, why? What have I? Honestly, I was feeling in my mind like, what have I done to you? You know, that's what I was feeling like. Like, what have I done to you, man? What's wrong with you? What have I done to you? I haven't done anything, honestly. I haven't talked to you crazy. I've always been humble. I've always been kind, and that's the truth. If we being real. I have never disrespected any one of these people. I have never disrespected that man in particular, ever. Ever. And so my mind was blown like, dang. And I just didn't understand why we can't still be kosher. You know, I don't understand that. It just blows my mind. But anyway, I failed. I should have handled that situation better with humbleness and kindness and gratefulness. I should have handled that situation better. And I didn't. And I can say that. I didn't handle it the way I should have. I did not. And all you do is you learn from it and you do better. That's all you could do. You learn from it and you do better. I'm not blaming that situation on anything. I'm on anyone or anybody. I'm taking full responsibility for my actions. I can't change the way he acted toward me. I can't change the way this person acted toward me. The only person's actions that I can control and I am over are mine. And so if I do something that I feel is transgressing towards somebody, I'm a big enough man to stand up and fight just about anybody. And I'm a big enough man to stand up and ask for just about anybody to forgive me for whatever I done wrong. Period. Hate it, like it, love it, don't matter. Good, bad, or indifferent. That's who I'm gonna be. And so I felt like I should have handled that situation better. And so I asked forgiveness for that situation, and I'm gonna do better. And all it took was just a small time to breathe. I just let it irritate me. But even in that irritations, as Tim said earlier, there has to be this love and this tolerance for people. You know? On this marvelous Monday, I hope that God's bless you guys. I got to get ready to go to work. I'm usually already showered by the time I do this. And today I'm not. So we're going to end this a little bit early. And it's a phone call I got to make immediately. Benjamin is still in the hospital. His sodium levels are still low. So we're gonna take this time to pray for Benjamin. God, we ask that you just be you are the author and the finisher of our faith. And we thank you, Father God. We know that you are the great physician. We ask that you look over Benjamin and his family, the Schmitz family, and that your will be done. And that your will be done. And that you get the glory in everything that takes place. And we bless your name for this on today. In Christ Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Hey, I love you guys. I'll see you guys Wednesday morning. And we will talk about the upcoming celebration of Easter and what Christ did for us. Talk to you guys soon. It's easy. Do something good for somebody today, and it's easy. God first.